I guess it's crunch time. My hair continues to
do things.
Yeah, do wild and crazy things. I accept it, but I do have to move it. I had some star rain.
Calling for beans.
Mr. Game Boy's like, beans. The earliest beans.
Okay. You said the earliest beans.
Well, I mean, I was going to see if Mr. Gamble could get chat to rally behind him to do the beans in the chat. But
we don't share a brain.
No, we don't.
I know sometimes you think we do.
No, we don't. Because, you know, beans in the chat is generally what does it. Can beans on screen make beans in chat? It's quite possible. Quite possibly. But that is a new world record that you won't be able to beat because it literally happened at the when it started. Who needs the whole chat when you could just have Mao hold all the power? It's true. Well, shoot. I've never said this early. Patreon.com/StephenGeorgeRomanWikes. We appreciate the support there. And remember, if you can appeal to Mallory's personal interests, she will set you up for success. Beans on the title screen, yes. Well, also, if anyone didn't see the new alert, that is a new alert from Friday. In celebration of the end of Mario RPG, we added a new alert which emulates Mallow's Star Rain attack. So if you
wasn't a Geno Star Rain attack?
I can't tell if you're making fun of me or if you're serious. Gosh darn it. Everyone is Geno. Yeah, if you do, it's 300 bits, and the only thing in your message is a single emote. It'll do Star Rain with that emote. It doesn't even have to be just ours. It can be any emote on Twitch. It's real neat. And then the number of times it bounces is the cheer divided by 300 rounded up.
Yeah.
Which sounds like a math equation.
Multiples of 300.
That's the, yeah. It's neat. Star Rain, so PK rockin'. Also now I'm like, PK rock. Anyway, we'll talk about that in the future. How is everyone? Did everyone have a good weekend? And then also, did everyone see? I mean, there's two things yesterday. There were two things yesterday. Most people here, I'm going to assume, were most interested in the ARMS gameplay reveal trailer. But there was also WWDC. And the Mii costume, yeah, there was Vault Boy from the Fallout series, which was odd. Oh yeah, and the Crash 4 trailer. There was a lot of stuff. I had been excited about WWDC for months, and then just a few days ago they were like, and also Smash, and I was like, okay, sure. So, oh yeah, and Mixer. That's not a great situation for folks, because there's some people that had, you know, invested all of their time into Mixer, and then Mixer suddenly being like, well, and they want people to go to Facebook. Anyway, a lot of news, and I said all of it in 4 minutes. We'll talk about some of that in depth. And a big Minecraft update is supposed to drop today. Hadn't heard of that. Just because there's already been so much. God, there's been a lot of news. Have you talked about The Last of Us 2 yet? I have said that I'm not playing it at launch. realistically, it's going to be a few months. Probably be closer to the end of the year before I get to it. Y'all really like the new alert. It has triggered high P. You have made the highest of P available. Okay. Well, let me start reading some of these alerts, because I might be able to catch up before the train actually leaves. I think that's what I will do.
The beep beep train?
The beep beep train, yes. And then we'll probably go back through, oh my lord! Making sure that level 2 is hit. Mr. Game Boy with the 20 tier 1 subs. Thank you. Plenty of milk this morning. I'm going to read through this stuff, and then we'll maybe like take little things point by point and talk about some of the stuff that happened. I mean, a lot of it happened yesterday, but a lot of stuff. 500 bits from Pedros14, who says, this Thursday, my wife and I are at 22 weeks of our pregnancy, and it's the size of an ear of corn. The most exciting thing is seeing the amount of growth that is happening each week. Been watching since I was in middle school. It's crazy to think how much time has passed. Thanks for being so great. Aw. Well, first off, continued congratulations. And that phrase, I've been watching since middle school, is wild to me also. Petros, thank you. And then Spark Strike with the gift subs, finishing level 3. Holy crap. The Pride Month emotes are still happening, right? Just making sure. I would assume it's still June.
They are.
So also every 300 bits earns you an emote on the Pride Month list. So that's cool. 14 months from Spark Strike 13. Oh wow, 14 months. Thanks for keeping my mornings fun, grandparents. You got it, Spark Strike. Doing our best. 7 months from Acral World 19. Thank you. 13 months from Galactic Remix. Appreciate it. 20 months from Old Ramen. Which is now particularly fun because of the Min Min trailer. The whole thing with Min Min is that I don't know if she works in a ramen shop or she just like likes to eat ramen. I've never played ARMS, but like that's one of her things. Is it's all about the ramen. And she isn't her arms are noodles, right? Because I think her arms are supposed to be noodles. Anyway, something about ramen. I can get behind that because ramen is delicious. 22 months from Mech Mayhem. 22 months, getting ever closer to that 2-year mark. Keep up the great work, grandparents.
2 more months.
2 more months. It's going to happen in August. It'll be so exciting to see some 2s. People get into the 2. That's exciting. Oh, is there a... Okay, there's a song coming. Sure, it's 9:08 and I'm ready for this. How close are we to... Oh, we have a few alerts. Okay. 300 bits from Nixelpad. So I've been playing around with my new laptop and the drawing software I got for it. And I tried to take a physical sketch I drew and turn it digital. So far the process has gone well and I was able to finish the flats last night. Blocking in all the colors. I'm having lots of fun being a beginner artist. That's cool!
Yeah, that is really cool.
I think seeing people get started on that journey is really exciting. I used to do that a little bit when with my drawing tablet. Very, very cool. I wish you luck. Art is fun. It's something that, you know, I admittedly don't do a whole lot of at this point, but I still really enjoy it. It's still a lot of fun. How close are we to this?
1 more.
Okay. Because I don't want to start reading an alert and then...
Have to stop.
I can't even plan a song because I don't know what game that you picked out.
Nope, you don't.
You're being so kind to me. Okay, well the music's gonna start, so what is this? Mythmaker's Orbs of Doom? I'm just looking at this game in front of me. It is a weird title and it's for Nintendo Wii. I'm really trying to understand and really read the room. What could be inside the Orbs of Doom? It says hours of fun. I've never heard of this game. Join the Mythmakers, which is a series. I guess Mythmakers is a series. As they tilt and tumble their way through zany mazes, it looks like what's the monkey?
Super Monkey Ball.
Yeah, it looks like Super Monkey Ball, but it's up to 4 player. That's what it looks like. Super Monkey Ball, but you're not monkeys. And you, like, I think you probably move the Wii Remote to, like, tilt your way through. Thomas, that's right up your alley. Anyway, that was 5,000 bits from DannyX6, who says, Mao, pick a game for topic. End topic. Sorry for stealing this idea for songs, but you haven't said anything that could be misconstrued. It is early. It feels like the stream as a whole has progressed very quickly. So, huh?
This art, though.
Danny, thank you for the bits. I think that's a fun topic because I have no idea what it's going to be about. It's a little concerning, but it's fun. Oh, so you guys are still pushing. Level 5 of the hype train. 9 months from Anna Banana Bread. 9 months. Welcome, Twitch baby. I've joined the VOD squad since my internship started, but I might get to catch all of today's because my WFH computer needs to restart and is very slow. Well, I'm glad that you could at least get to watch some of today's.
Hi, buddy.
That part's exciting. But regardless, congrats on Triple Plus.
Coffee!
We got Coffee Cats gifting 2 subs to Charxiaz and the Queen's Thief. We got 12 months from Somber Mink 91. No message, but congrats on an entire year. Thank you. 300 bits from Draman, who says, did you watch WWDC yesterday? It's pretty amusing that the features they showed off for iOS 14 I've been able to have for a while already with jailbreak tweaks. I mean, yeah.
Hi,
when I was watching the widget section, my first thought was,
wanna laugh?
I can't wait for because I was doing a video on it. I was like, I cannot wait for all of the comments from people saying, I've had this on Android for a decade. I'm like, I can't wait. That will be exciting to read. But yeah, I mean, with Jailbreak 2. That being said, obviously I'd rather have it as an official thing than a jailbreak feature. And I've never jailbroken an iOS device, but I've known less and less people that have done it over the years because they've added more features. It's not as customizable as Android. I don't expect it to ever be that way. Like, if you want to have a fully customized phone, you should buy an Android phone. But they've done a good job of giving some more, customization options.
Yeah, eat your sandwich. I really liked watching because of all the strange comments that were made. Like, every so often.
Also, Mech's comment is how I feel from talking to other folks. Mech says, to be fair though, as an Android user, Apple generally implements this stuff quite well in terms of polish. That's what I've heard. I mean, I don't use Android, but it seems like Android comes out with stuff very quickly, and Apple takes a long time. But Apple stuff is generally polished really well. It's one of the reasons I like using their stuff. But does it mean that you will have features that come out on iOS that Android has had for multiple years? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Oh, this what?
Did it fall apart?
It's falling apart, I know.
I know. We got a subscription from Chocobo Honk. Welcome.
Thank you, Chocobo.
I Spy Moose sent 500 bits and said, good morning, grandparents. I've had a little time today in between work, so I thought I'd pop in for a bit. It's also Reed's 2nd birthday today, which is exciting.
Aw.
Happy birthday to Reed. I hope you all have a great day today. Don't know the next time I'll be here in the mornings with my job, but you bet I'll be there Friday night for a gaming stream.
Appreciate it, Rachel. Thank you. And happy birthday, Reed. That's exciting. Man. There's so much that happens in a child's life in, like, the first few years. Like, once you get to, like, 30, the difference between 30 and 31 is, like, eh. But the difference between 1 and 2 is, like...
Yeah.
That's exciting. That's really, really exciting.
BC 2014 resub for 21 months.
Thank you, Ben.
Vamacadia 25 resub for 19 months and said, yeah, 19.
Yeah, 19.
Kepi. Lay back down. Good boy. He lifted his head when you said, yeah, 19, and then he was like, oh, he's a little shrimpy boy.
Some mornings, like, he doesn't even show up until the end, and
Yeah.
some mornings he's here at the beginning. He's got his own schedule. He makes his own rules.
He has meetings.
He has meetings?
With the birds and the squirrels outside.
Okay.
He's a shrimp because when cats curl up with their little back feet out, they look like a shrimp. Like, the feet look like the tail of the shrimp to me. So they look like a little shrimp. That does not look comfortable, kitty cat.
He does what he can.
He's snoring. Maybe you should, like, curl up more so you're not, like, into my kneecap.
He gets to make his own decisions about what bones he's shoving his face into.
Good boy.
You don't know comfort, Mal?
Dark Overlord resub 20 months and said, oh boy, double digits. Wait. Thanks for the more than 20 months of content.
Double digits is what that was. Oh, that double-clicked. Hold on, let me fix that. There we go.
Furious Kitty resub for 11 months and said, made it. Gonna be a lurker today. I'm painting a shelf. Love y'all.
Good luck painting your shelf.
That sounds fun. Like,
You like painting.
I do, but
It's literally what you do.
but I want to paint a shelf. With, like, the roller. And it only has to be one color.
There is something... I don't know what the word is. Visceral seems a little extreme, but... enjoyable about painting. Like painting a wall.
Yeah, that's too much. Have you ever painted a wall? It's a lot of work.
Okay. Sure.
Because, like, it's tall, and my arms get tired.
Not in this room.
Yeah, well, probably to paint the ceilings.
In this room, walls are short. Anyway. Are you still reading? Did you give up on that?
I gave up because you're done eating and kept peace.
I'm not done eating.
My
if
attention
I'm
is
still actively chewing bread.
Okay. Mr. Game Boy 18 sent 700 bits and just the coffee bounce.
I mean, that was sent at 9 a.m.
Uh-huh.
as soon as we started.
Yes. And it's 9:18. And it's from Mr. Game Boy 18.
That's not the point I'm trying to make.
Okay.
The point I'm trying to make is that immediately after is when they were ran.
Well, they didn't...
I'm just
when
saying.
they were sent. That's not when they came up on the video.
No, that's when they came up on the video. The thing that's exciting is that, like, short of the beans ever playing, short of like running Patreon like during the pre-show part, I don't think it can be beaten. So really, at this point, it's just like how many times can chat do that? So far, 1. And it seems like a very hard thing to do. I wish you luck. Alright. I got a big piece of bread stuck in my teeth.
The Black Wolf 13013 subscribed. Welcome.
I mean, as soon as I get it out,
You'll be fine.
it's really bothering me.
Jennifer Jack resub for 19 months. Thank you. Ollie Tomlinson Music resub for 11 months and said 11 months? Wait, this must mean 1 more month till Stephen claps for me.
It's true. Oh man, I'll get to clap for people again at 24. Just every 12 months I'm going to clap.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do. Thank you, Ollie.
Tobias the Giant resub for 3 months. That's a plus. finally able to watch live. Greetings from the UK. Early beans.
I mean, the earliest beans we've ever had. I might need a toothpick.
You okay?
It's just...
Set your coffee down. Go deal with it. I'll keep reading alerts and I'll keep petting Keppy.
Like, I'm trying to get some coffee in there. It's not between my teeth. It's stuck in, like, the...
Oh, just go.
Like, the molar.
Go deal with
you know
it.
what I mean?
Mm-hmm. He's happy boy. You rolled onto your back. So
That's it. I don't need to floss.
Belly.
Floss is when it's between the
Pet
teeth,
the
I think.
belly.
Maybe it encompasses everything, but it's just, it's stuck in there.
You good?
I'm gonna have to, okay.
Okay, bye.
Son of a gun. I'm gonna have to actually do that. Use a I'm not gonna use a finger. Not on stream. I could go in the bathroom.
Good boy.
I actually think I have a thing in there.
Kep is on my lap, and he slowly started to rotate to his back so I can pet his stomach, because he likes that. Yes, he does. He's happy. Cat tax, I can't reach my phone when I'm petting Keppy.
Okay, I did it.
Good job.
God, the day is saved. It's amazing how much better.
Chaz.
What?
He was too quick, Chaz.
Was there a mouse trim?
No, Chaz said, I'll keep reading alerts. I thought he was gonna go downstairs and, like, be gone for, like, 3 minutes instead of 30 seconds.
Let me try and get us back up to speed. 12 months from Sifo Seeker. You were about 5 minutes from what is, in my opinion, the best cutscene in Xenoblade Chronicles. I really wish you had gotten to see it. Maybe someday you'll be blessed to see it. Oh yeah, also 12 months hype. I heard that. I heard that I stopped short of something really big. And also some, like, I think someone said a new gameplay mechanic, maybe? Anyway, at some point, I hope to experience more of Xenoblade. Don't know when that'll be, because It long. But Brandon says, and also hard fights. Yeah, that's... I was actively losing fights, so,
Hard fight was not for you.
Well, the thing was, during the first 20, you get all these quests, and I wasn't doing them.
Yeah.
And you need to do them.
So were you under-leveled?
Basically. It's fine. It's fine. I wanted to show more game, because I didn't want to do a first 20 and be like, here's all of these quests. So. Also, in Xenoblade, you get 1,000 side quests. Like, I was walking through the town, 10 different people gave me quests. One guy was like, he would give me a quest, and then he'd still have the marker, and I was like, oh, he says more to say? And then he was like, oh, here's another quest. He gave me like 6 quests. Anyway, a lot of quests. 300 bits from Squid with the Star Rain. Star Rain Keppy.
Star Rain Keppy.
13 months from Dr. Luigi 51. I have some university math exams coming up soon. Wish me luck. Also 13 months now. Good luck. If it's math, you need extra luck because math is very hard. To everyone. Everyone struggles with math. That's my that's my take. 300 bits from Ollie with the Star Rain. 300 bits from Nixelpad. Star Rain. 17 months from Min Panda, who says, time flies when you're having this many laughs. Aw. I'm glad that we can create some laughter. Also, 17 months is halfway, a little more than halfway, to 33. Because the Min Panda, people getting close to their golden sub. 5 months from Mr. Hobo Robo. Good morning to one of my top 10 favorite YouTube couples in the Myrtle Beach area. Really narrowing that down.
One of the top 10.
Yeah, not the top 10. not the number one, but top 10 YouTube couples in the Myrtle Beach area. For what it's worth, I don't know any other YouTubers in the Myrtle Beach area. I know that they, like, exist. But I don't know them specifically.
Yeah, I don't know them either.
301 bits from Sombermink91 with the Star Rain. Hogarth Von Tennerstick with 300 bits for the Star Rain. Satsy with the Star Rain. 500 bits from Padawan Bacco says, not staying long, gonna go buy a car. My starter went out at work, so there's so there's so much wrong with it. Kind of an upgrade, but not by much. Well, that is unfortunate, although having something more reliable will be good. But it's still unfortunate because dealing with any car trouble is awful. Source. I was there not all that long ago. When was it that the car just died? Was that the end of last year?
Yeah, it was in December, I think.
I'm just glad to be done with that part.
So loud.
Yeah, he's purring really loud. Good boy. Very good cat. Nixapad with the 300-bit star rain. Appreciate it. Get 100 bits from Paint Chipper and Satsy and Tobias the Giant. Thank you all. Mr. Game Boy's 20 subs went to Darth Mayo 64, Kid Shadow 101, The Legend of Gret, Polbev, Trainer Trevino, Mystical Man Joe, Jake's Weapon Workshop, Belina Ela, Samantha Natalie, Niffin33, Tara T, Gerber1218, Lionhearted Rebel, Green Rupee, The Rambling Fox Arts, Xenamata, Valix Butterfly, K Saunders 8211, Han 96, and Carthy. Mr. Game Boy, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. A lot of milk. 4 months from Juliet 27. Beep beep. 4 months. Woohoo! Thank you, Juliet. 302 bits from Elena 123 with the Star Rain. 300 bits from Cobalt for Star Rain with the Link face. I was gonna say something, but I'll wait. I'll wait till Thursday. 500 bits from GamerGirl2108. Morning, Stephen Amau. How are you? I'm doing okay. Unfortunately, I have an oil leak on my car, so I have to wait for a new part. Quite a few car problems happening this morning.
Your parents have the vehicle at...
Oh, yeah. My parents, too. Mm-hmm. My parents, too, are getting their car worked on today. So, hopefully that goes well. I'm not exactly sure what the problem is. So.
Good boy.
Mr. Game Boy says, no, don't wait, tell us. Well, I need to wait till Thursday so I know exactly what I'm saying. As of right this moment, for real 100%, I'm not sure what...
Apparently we have cute fan art.
What we're playing next, so need to wait. We have cute fan art. Well, then let's see it. I vote let's see it. From Salamis Dragoon.
Kepi
Aww,
Shrimp!
He's a shrimp!
Ah, you shrimp boy!
Look at that little shrimp boy. What a cutie.
I took a picture of him a few weeks ago where he was curled up just like a little shrimp.
Yeah. I mean, he does that.
Yeah.
He likes to sleep in that little circle. Salamis says great. I'm glad that he's up here with us today.
I know.
He is not always up here with us.
I feel like I've seen him a lot more lately, like in the past 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
Because yesterday he spent a lot of time in the studio sleeping behind my backdrop.
Mm.
And then once he gets back there and he wakes up, he forgets how to get out, and he kind of freaks out a little bit. He like runs back and forth behind it, because one side it's folded, so he gets trapped. He doesn't realize he has to get on the other side and then he can get out.
Poor critter.
And then on the other side I have a box there, a shipping box. One of the big FedEx ones. So he gets there and it's kind of in the way, and he can get around it, but he's behind the backdrop, so he gets confused. And then he runs back the other way. So I just lift the bottom up.
Sometimes, upon waking, he has the poo brain. Which is understandable, because sometimes upon waking, I have the poo brain. I think it's just a family thing.
He's a sweet boy, though. And then he's been sleeping on me at night.
Mm-hmm.
And then, was it yesterday? You got up to watch ARMS and I stayed in bed a little bit and he just stayed on the bed with me.
Yep. You got up. You woke up right at the end of the ARMS presentation?
Yeah.
I think that's what happened. I got up. I was already up, and I was like, I'm gonna watch this. I hadn't actually really planned to watch the ARMS presentation live, but I was up at the right time, so I was like, yeah, okay.
Sassy says, oh yeah, Mom exists. That's how I feel, because he's been hanging out with you so much.
I'm all for
Since,
it.
February. He has not left your side.
I'm all for it. I like to see him hang out with you more. And it helps me, too, because, like, real talk, if he's up here and he's in my lap, I'm almost certainly uncomfortable in my chair.
Well, sometimes he wants to be in my lap while I'm painting.
That seems hard.
And that's where my palette goes, so I'm like, Kepi.
I should have said, what did you think of Sakurai streaming setup? I mean, I think it's cool that, you know, the companies are sending reasonably good equipment to folks to produce this sort of stuff. Like, whenever everything first shifted to being at home, the first episode of Saturday Night Live was like kind of like a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
And then the next week after, they sent everyone equipment, and like it was.
Then they all had ring lights and.
It's amazing, you know. It's amazing what you can do with just a little bit of equipment. Like the amount of polish that comes out of having just a little bit of stuff, and just a little bit of direction too. Because I'm sure both Sakurai and then also the cast of that show, like they don't have that. That's not their world, you know.
Yeah.
So just having just a little bit of equipment and a little bit of.
And it's the same with late night.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
DJ Sherbert says Stephen Colbert legit shot the first week of his show on a phone.
Yep. We watched the first one that he did out of the studio.
He was in the bathtub for that one.
Yeah. So like the thing is, it's been very, and I've talked about this on Breakfast Stream before, but it's been particularly amusing to me. Because, like, this is what we've done for so long.
Yeah.
And it's really wild to watch something on a major news network or a major network and be like, we produce stuff that looks better and sounds better than this.
Well, Colbert's got it better now.
Yeah, I know.
But, like, I know we've talked about it before, but he had John Oliver on a show, and John Oliver was talking about having to set things up himself and just being like, what do I do?
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. So same thing with Sakurai. It's nice that they sent, you know, equipment to him, and it looked good.
Yeah.
It looked good. Like, I think it looked as reasonably good as if he would have done it at the office with a crew. And that's important. I thought it was a little weird that he had 2 giant televisions. I mean, I guess when you're Sakurai, you can do whatever you want, but sure. I think it looked better than at the office. It was nice to have a change of scenery. Certainly. Anyway. I should probably move on. 300 bits from Maximin, who says, my province of Nova Scotia has now gone 2 weeks with no new COVID cases, and as of yesterday, we have no more active cases, so we are officially COVID-free.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Congrats. Yeah, I've been reading about a few different places that are, you know, coming to the tail of things, and that is, I'm thankful that there are places in the world that are experiencing that. Obviously, different places are in different, you know, shapes, but when you see places that are getting through this, it gives you hope for where you are too. Obviously, you know, population, and there's a bunch of different factors that play into things, but it's exciting, and it gives everyone else hope, so. 300 bits from Hograth. Also, good energy is requested. Applied for a maternity leave teaching position. Good vibes sent.
That's a good position to take, like, for a temp.
Yeah. We will send that good energy your way. Good luck, Hograth. Also, I like that little Bob-Omb emote. 300 bits of Molly Thompson music. I do love some piss and milk. Sounds like the title of a country song that hasn't aged well. 400 bits from Aldo512 with the Star Rain. Appreciate it. 10 subs from Sparkstrike to Yeah Boy 2, Spam 13, Zenigame 2, Silver Demos, Mages Max, 15 Toadman 15, Zach287, Draknir1894, Lady Juice, and It's a Stepladder. Spark Strike, appreciate it. Thank you for those smoke bombs. 301 bits with the star rain from Squid. Also got a 300 bit star rain from Ammon, Iowa. 300 bit star rain from Furious Kitty. 5 subs from Tired Psychopomp 91 to Opal Siren, Rock 3683, Modded Orange 23, Say V, and Dan Core 13. Tired Psychopomp, thank you.
I posted the Kepi shrimp picture in mod.
Oh.
Where he looks like the shrimp emote.
You giving out the cat tax?
See, look at him. He's a little shrimp.
That is very shrimp-like. At least people will understand what we mean a little bit more, you know, when we talk about shrimp cat.
A shrimp cat.
Who's a little shrimp cat?
Oh, he loves you.
He's a good boy. What other star rains do we have? There's a lot of people checking out Star Rain. Star Rain from Incarnather95 with the 300 bits. Star Rain at 300 bits from Vegetable Sorbet. Also got Star Rains from Mad Doctor Who Guy and Sudabite and 63 fills, all during the hype train. 12 months at Tier 2, Gold Toast from Tired Psychopomp says 12 months, and I'm fairly certain most of them happened since March. Congratulations on a year. And I agree. How many months has it been since March?
12, right?
It's gonna say like 56.
Are you getting
56 months.
That's coffee. You don't want that.
He's not sure he doesn't want it.
You lay back down? Oh. Yeah, good boy.
Back to shrimp mode. 300 bits from Item Crafting Live. Now I'm imagining WWDC being presented like a Smash character reveal. Apple Silicon powers up the battle. New maps finds a path to victory. So actually, the vlog that's coming out today, and it's already done, which is exciting. I don't always have the time to do the vlog the day of, but that'll be out today at 3. It's already scheduled. It's interesting because I talk about both the Smash reveal and the Apple event, so I can't wait for the comments. The comments will be like people talking about
one or the other.
They'll be like, yeah, I really like the new macOS features, and then also, I can't wait to use Min Min, and that's just, it's going to be a combination. But not Crash. No, I don't talk about Crash. Just because Crash was a 2-minute trailer, or 90-minute, or 90-second trailer, and the other things were much longer. So. But, yeah, I really liked how they did WWDC. I understand that it's always been a live thing, but I liked the...
I liked getting to see the campus. Mm-hmm.
It's a really cool campus. Mm-hmm. I don't know how much it costs, but I bet it was a very expensive
Oh, yeah.
campus.
I think my comment was like, if I had infinite money, I would build something similar. I mean, maybe not that big, but like a little workspace that had all this glass and like a workout room.
To work in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fossick says apparently there's so much glass that people have hit their heads on it. I've heard that too. And then the room...
Infinite money sounds like Apple.
The lobby of the studio, or the stage, the Steve Jobs stage, like, it's all glass. Like, what's supporting that roof?
Mal kept bringing that up. Like, when we were watching it, she was like, there's no supports in that room. And I'm like...
She's like, there's no pillars.
She's like, there's no pillars.
The roof is resting all the way on the glass that's circle all the way around. It's magic.
She's like, how are they doing that? I'm like, I don't know. I was like, listen, I'm just here so they can tell me what's coming in software. And I was hoping for a hardware reveal, but that did not happen.
No.
Right now the rumors are saying that the iMac is going to be one of the first things to get new chips at the end of 2020. So, a few months. 301 bits from Andrew in the kitchen. Well, I better get myself aboard the PP beep beep. Sounds like the worst ship name, like the SSPP. I will be finished with university on Friday, and I am counting down the days. Friday is also going to be a special day for me, and there might be some cake involved.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so first off, congratulations. It's so exciting to see people talking about finishing school. Because I can still remember the feeling for myself, and I was excited. I was like, yeah, I want to be done with this. So, early congrats. And it's such a good feeling when you're done too, because then you're like, yeah. 300 bits from Cybe. Cybe, thank you. 16 months from DJ Sherbert. 16! Thank you, Grandma and Grandpa, for not only the 16 months on Twitch, but more than 7 years of watching you on the tubes. Random question. Are you and your friends ever going to finish Human Fall Flat? Yes. It's something that we've talked about a lot. We've just never done. The big reason is that it supports 8 people. So we can't do it on a Saturday. We have to basically schedule a time in the week to do it. And we've never done that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to do it.
Yeah, we do.
And we can do it.
Yeah.
We just haven't done it.
It's possible.
But yeah, we should probably do that. We also, I don't know if people saw the vlog. We recorded Valorant. It's going to be interesting. It is a 38-minute unedited match. We had several cameras, so we will be able to jump around. And it's literally everyone's first time ever playing this game. So, you know, set your expectations accordingly. But is it funny? I think yes. I think it's pretty funny. I played as Phoenix, for those who are familiar with Valorant.
I played as some character and forgot I had abilities.
So it's a 5v5 first-person... It's CS:GO with superpowers. It's what it is.
I forgot the
very
superpowers
CS:GO.
existed.
And there's only, at the beginning, there's only 5 characters anyway. So on my team, I was playing as Phoenix. On the other team, Alex was playing as Phoenix. And he's got a move where it's supposed to be like a flashbang, but it's supposed to curve around walls, and me and him could not figure out the distance we needed to be, so we kept flashbanging ourselves, like, the entire game. Because he throws it almost this way. So I saw someone, there's actually a part, I hope Dan is on my camera at the time when it gets shown. There's a part where I can see someone, I'm sneaking up behind them, and I go to throw this flashbang, and I threw it and flashbang myself. And then I'm blind, and I'm screaming, and then when it's done, the person is still there and still doesn't see me. So yeah, it's funny. There's going to be a few people that, you know, rag on the game a little bit because that's just our group. And certainly some people are not terribly fond of those sorts of games. But there's a lot of people in our group that liked it. I liked it. I actually thought it was pretty fun.
I'd only probably want to play it with friends.
Well, you had a problem with the FOV.
Yeah, I did. I was getting motion sick.
They don't let you change the FOV. It's locked at 103 degrees, which is insane. Because Mao gets super sick on first-person shooters if the FOV is not low enough. And they don't let you change it.
Yeah, we got through one match. And I was like, I can't do another.
Yeah. Kikyo with the 5 subs. Kikyo, thank you. Still working our way through alerts. Yeah, I don't know when that'll be out. I'll try and tell Dan to focus on that sooner rather than later. So, yeah, FOV is for anyone that may not know, FOV is field of view. It's like the easiest way to describe it is when you're playing a first-person game, the field of view dictates how much you see in your peripheral vision. So if it was 180 degrees, that means that you could see things on the side of you. Old school games tend to have a much higher field of view. So like Quake, I think Quake's is like 125, so you can see a lot. More modern games tend to narrow that, and Mao specifically can only handle games that are much, much more narrow.
Portal made me sick. Real sick.
But
Half-Life made me a little sick.
But at least on those you can adjust them. You know? So you don't get sick on Minecraft.
Minecraft has narrow. I have to change it on Minecraft.
I think it by default is at 90. And you
think
probably
so.
you probably lower it to like 75 or something.
I think so.
Yeah. So it changes dramatically what you can see, but some people get sick.
Yeah.
Basically.
But like with the Valve games, they don't have it in the options. We had to like...
You have to use console commands
Yeah.
to change it. Yeah. And like Brandon was saying, it might be an esports thing, the reason they're trying to keep it the same, so everyone has exactly the same amount of view, but that sucks. So. Also, Portal just makes people sick in general because you're kind of moving around, so. Anyway, I should move on. 300 bits from Wasted Aeon. Morning. Hope you're having a good day. Swedish fact. Sweden has 2 of the shortest names for villagers in the world, only consisting of one letter. The letter A itself can be translated for a river, while the letter O, I mean, that's probably not how you pronounce these things.
Umlauts on the O.
The umlauts are on the O, the circle. I don't know what that's called.
I don't remember the circle.
Can be translated to an island. These are also names of 2 villagers in Sweden. Yeah, Fossix has got the leather there, but I don't know how to pronounce that, and also I don't know what the circle on top of the leather means, or what it's called.
And umlauts are the German word for the dots.
Yeah.
Not the Swedish word.
Next says O. Is it still pronounced O? Swedish is different. The circle on top of the A is the Stargate. It's, you know, we're always learning things about other languages.
Trademark says, I'm lucky I never have any motion sickness with games. The closest I've come is VR, and it gives me bad headaches. See, I don't have trouble with VR. I could play that longer than you can.
I mean, I've only ever played VR like twice.
I know, but the first time you were like, ugh, I have to stop. And I was like, I can keep going.
Of course, also you have field of view in VR too, so. Mech says the A with the circle is pronounced like O. Oh. Just like that. Anyway. Bloodlust. Yeah, I got the Bloodlust when I played VR. To be fair, I was put in a Bloodlust game. It's just what happens. 16 months from Doodle says, I had a 16 joke with a song, but I legit don't remember the song. Also, Min Min works at the Nintendo Noodle House. Hope things are going well in life. 3317. Okay, so she works at the house. Okay. But also she's like a noodle. Like her arms are noodles. I think. They look like noodles, maybe. Of course, every character in ARMS looks like they have noodles for arms because their arms are springs. I think they call those springs. Oh god, what have I been eating? They've been so crunchy. That Matt person subscribes. Welcome. 300 bits with the star rain from White15 Wolf. Appreciate that. Also 200 bits from Macau 2020. And 100 bits from Destiny Light 2. 300 bits from Danny86 with the star rain. Also star rain from Zenigame 2 with the Pikmin fail. 400 bit star rain from Fossix with the Chaz rain. Sorry, It's Chaz rain. Wizard falling down from the sky. 300 bits from Platinum Pikachu 153. With the new emote alert in place, can I request that the next time you're looking to add new emotes, we get one of Mao laughing? This is partially inspired by her infectious laugh from a recent Yoshi's Island episode. Mao does have an infectious laugh. The only person that has a more infectious laugh than you?
Dan?
Yeah, there's 2 people that are in our immediate friend group that I think have even more infectious laughs than you.
Yeah.
Dan's not one of them.
Oh, okay.
I think that you can figure out who the other 2 are. Surprised you didn't think of them.
Jeff?
Jeff is one of them. And there's one more.
Josh.
Yes. Yep.
Josh.
Jepsen and Jeff have the best laughs. They just do. They start laughing, either one of them, and you have to laugh too. They have my favorite laughs of people on this earth. Except you.
It's okay.
Everything you do is great. I like your laugh too. 300 bits from Trademark 13 with the Star Rain. Talk of Star Rain. 300 bits from Mysterious Green Thunder. Hey, Grandpa and Grandma. Massive lurker here. I was part of a big layoff last month from my first job due to loss of customers due to Corona and some bad media. I've got my first interview later today, so can I get some good vibes? Thanks for being such amazing and entertaining people. Good vibes.
Good luck.
We wish you luck. The chat has had a fairly good history of sending good vibes, so I sincerely hope that that things work out. And also, shout out to all the lurkers. We know you're here. We know. You can't hide.
I mean...
You can hide, actually. You can hide, and many of you will continue to hide, and that's fine. But if you're a lurker, every once in a while, you can poke your head out and be like, hey. That's me! Yeah, there's the chat list. We know you're here. 300 bits from Summer Essentia. I love my cat Ruby, so I'm going to talk a bit about her. When we first got her, we put up a gate in our hallway so she couldn't get into the living room at night. It didn't take her long to learn to push it open. Then she learned to just jump over it. We then made a double door with a hook, and she somehow managed to unhook it. We now have hinges on both doors instead, and she is not broken in yet. I fully expect her to magically do it somehow one day. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you get the kitty cat that real smart. And they just know how to do stuff. Which is both wonderful, because you're like, the cat is so smart, I'm so proud. But then also like, okay, cat, you're not supposed to be this smart. It's like when Sagan would open up the doors and let things slam. And
I saw a video, it was a while ago, of a dog with tap pads, and they would be like outside. Like, and they could hit them, and they said different things like food, and then they would get fed, so they would like learn to associate that one with food. And
it made the audible, like it said the word. I wonder if they would then associate the words too.
Yeah. So it was kind of like the dog was talking like outside, because you could press it and it would say outside.
That wouldn't really work in our household, but it's a cool idea.
See, I was wondering, because I saw that and I was thinking...
We'd be recording Smash and you would just hear food, 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 food. What were you saying?
I was going to say, I thought that Sagan could have learned to do that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, Sagan learned to use the toilet.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, yeah, he could have done that.
Yeah.
I've seen the video of the two cats that look identical to Sagan and Kepler,
yeah,
and they have
ring
the bell
for treats. Mm-hmm.
And like, I see that sort of thing, and I think that's super cute. Noah says in Chaz's house it would be knife, knife, knife. Woo! Gold star. Noah gets today's gold star. Yeah, like the bell thing is cute and funny, but like, if the bell was available at all times,
it would be just
ding, constant. Ding. Mm-hmm. You know, the cat has no concept of cutting themselves off from food. They would just eat all the time. Thomas says, "Gold star. When did we start doing that?" I think in the 18, well, I guess 22 months of doing the show, I've given out like 3 stars, and that's it. There's been like 3 stars given out. Danny X6 for the 5 subs. To Firestar Rocks, Janon Boys, TK Bomber 7285, Try Shady, and Fairy Friend 100. Danny, thank you. Appreciate it. 300 bits from White Wolf, White Wolfo 64. Thank you, White Wolfos. We got Star Rain from Danny.
Cassadizia asked for a photo of Knife Cat, and Chaz said that they had posted one. Like, he posted one when we talked about that. I think there's a picture of her on my Instagram.
With a knife?
No, just sitting. She's, like, curled up.
I was like, how long has this been happening?
It's kind of hard, like, if you're scrolling through my Instagram, because she's mostly a tabby cat, and she has some white. So she kind of looks like Sagan if you're not paying attention.
Yeah.
But she has, like, white mittens
But she's much smaller.
Oh, yeah.
She's a tiny, tiny cat. How'd you reverse my trick?
Not with a knife, but contemplating getting one, Armored Frog says. Yeah.
300 bits from Renee with the Star Rain. We also have Star Rain from Shinoth, Pelican Mouth. And Star Rain from Wolfie Spawn. Appreciate it. 6 months from Davia. Good morning, grandparents. Good morning. Congrats on Double Plus. 500 bits from Mr. Gameboy 18. Mao, have you considered painting stuff from movies and shows or just random things in general? It'd be interesting to see some Avatar The Last Airbender art or a scene from Demon Slayer, which is my current favorite anime.
I've thought about specific things, but I don't know. It's harder to do more of an interpretation of them, which is my favorite thing to do. So, like, when it is a movie or something, it's...
Well, movies are harder because the images that you see are static.
Yeah.
Games are a little easier because you are moving around the world and you get a chance to choose the angle.
Yeah.
And things like that. And then also, I mean, I guess it depends on the movie, but, you know, movies are often based in, like, some form of reality where, like, games are taking on a particular art direction.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can either choose to emulate that or deviate from that.
Yeah. I'd like
it's not
to
impossible, though. It's not like it's...
I'd like to paint some, like, surrealist stuff of my own choosing that's not based on media.
I mean, I'm down for that.
At some point, like, it'd be outside of my regular stuff. Just worked on whenever. Whenever.
Yeah, there's been, I've had some ideas from anime for Mal to paint, but again, some of the ideas I've had are, you know, when I think about them, I'm like, there's really not, you know, a lot of deviation from the source material, which is ideal, you know, so.
Just found my picture.
Good work. But thinking about a knife.
Thinking about a knife.
20 months from Dan Bagan 2. Kept always being the cutest thing possible.
That's Kep.
He's good at it.
He started to wait next to Steven's side of the bed to play at night.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
Yeah, he's we're working with him because he's never been big on play. And that was always Sagan's thing, is we would go into the bed at night, and then he would
jump up on the bed.
He'd jump up on the bed, and that was like he knew that we were going to play. So we've been trying to teach Kep that we play before bed, and he won't get up on the bed. He still won't do that. It's weird. He doesn't want to play on the bed. Even if I put him up there, he jumps down, which is weird because he'll sleep on the bed. But like he's like in his head, that's not where you play. So, but every night now, every single night for the past few weeks, whenever we turn all the lights off and we start to go into the bedroom, he walks up like right next to my side of the bed and just sits there and waits. And then I get ready for bed, I get in bed, and then I get out his toy and I play with him. And he's not as rambunctious as Sagan was.
Oh yeah.
But he's definitely enjoying it, you know, if he goes in there and waits for playtime at night.
Kep just kind of like...
He's getting a little more into it.
Yeah, but Sagan would just tear after it, like as fast as he could go. And
yeah.
He would use his nails to dig into the bed to run so he could go even faster. And
yeah, there was times I played with Sagan, and when we were done, he was panting.
Yeah.
And Kep has a more relaxed approach, so... Anyway, 300 bits, we have this Jiggy Star Rain, because it's a little puzzle piece, from PYM181. Also 300-bit Star Rain with the Bob-omb from Hograph. Appreciate it. 9 months from Zelda Master, who says, Twitch baby, thanks for everything you guys do constantly. Every stream/video puts a smile on my face. Being a fellow Midwesterner from Minnesota, I'll give Mal the naming rights.
What's a really Midwestern name? The only thing I can think of is like Loretta.
That's very Midwestern.
Especially being Minnesota. Because there was a cult hit movie that my friends and I always watched.
So I was going to say.
Drop Dead Gorgeous, which is based in Minnesota. and like one of the characters was Loretta, and like that was just kind of like the name.
If you need to have a quick, like, cultural lesson on the Midwest, you should probably watch Drop Dead Gorgeous. Like, if you're like, I need to learn as much as I can about the Midwest in 90 minutes,
like they
that's what you
reference
should
like
watch.
Lutefisk, and
it's just a celebration of Midwest culture. So I recommend that movie. 14 months at Tier 2 from Kikyo. Hi, Stephen Amount. Been hard to make it to these between working and packing up my house. Moving across Canada in a month, and I'm so excited. Fingers crossed it goes smoothly.
that's a long move. Good luck.
Good luck. Moving is always a headache, but most of the headache is from the packing. Once the packing is over, I feel like that's the hardest part. Like, I always felt so relieved once we had got everything packed up and then we're like in the process of moving. You know what I mean?
Once you leave the first place.
And like, unpacking sucks, but you can take your time with it. And that's why I feel better about it. Like, we still have stuff we haven't unpacked.
Yeah. And I hate it. But like, we don't have to unpack them. I want to, but hey, little
one day we'll
boy.
fully unpack when we move.
See,
Sab agrees. Packing's the most stressful part.
Yeah, like with packing, you're like, do I have enough boxes? Do I have enough tape? Will this all fit in the truck?
Did I buy the really crappy cardboard where the tape doesn't stick to it? Why does Home Depot sell this?
Yeah, as a moving box. When we move next, we won't get those boxes.
Oh, correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Anyway. Sorry. It says, would you consider collection of DOS, Windows 95, 98 games? I'm getting really into that media right now, and I think it's cool and worth preservation. As far as, like, collecting? No. Are we mentioning this because the Jazz Jackrabbit is playing? I haven't played Jazz Jackrabbit in a long, long time. Yeah, I wouldn't collect computer games, because that's an entirely different new can of worms. But I like old computer games, and there's some really weird stuff too. There's an Ace Ventura game that is based on the animated series that is based on the movie. But I would never collect that material. I'd probably just get like a DOS box download off of Archive or something like that. 5 subs from Kikyo to Rainy Days 48, Cyrodiilic Spadetail, Mad Mushroom 64, Sans Isn't Ness, and Starry Fox Bloop. Kikyo, thank you. Get 300 bits from Prince. Surprised I'm here as I'm out of state at a cabin with crap Wi-Fi, but the table outside has a good connection. Good morning.
Good morning. That sounds nice, though.
Oh my god.
To be outside?
Yes. I actually really like that. Like the idea of watching stuff, like experiencing media, but like doing it in the great outdoors. There's something about just having fresh air. And I like that.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't grow up, like, going to the cabins up north. In Wisconsin, like, it'd be like, oh, you're going up north for the weekend. You'd be going to, like, your family's cabin on the lake.
Yeah.
And be there for the weekend. I didn't have one growing up. Like, my family didn't have one, but, like, all my friends did. So, like, we'd either be going up to Pelican Lake or, like, Shawano or wherever, and you'd be there for the weekend, and you'd, like, cook out on the little campfire, and you'd swim in the lake, and...
Brandon says podcast walks. It reminds me of, so Paul is at home, and he's still working, but he's working from home, and a lot of his work involves doing meetings. So he's on, like, calls, and he said one of the greatest things about, you know, being at home right now is that he's going on walks for the meetings. So, like, he's on a conference call, but he's just going for walks at the time. And I'm like, that's really cool. That's really cool. I feel bad for Paul specifically because, what is it, like 1/3 of the days in his year are spent away from home?
Normally. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he's probably getting a little star crazy because he's so used to being away and he's been home for so long. But Jess says it's even better to go on walks and not be on calls. I'm just saying the being able to go for a walk and also it counting as work is really cool. Like, I wish I could record Smash while going for a walk. I can't, but it's neat. Maxwell must really enjoy his company. Yeah. Because he's,
I think for a little bit, Maxwell was like, why are you home, though?
Not with that attitude, Steve. Would it be possible to carry the proper equipment in order to do... I mean, yeah. I guess. Seems difficult. But I guess not impossible. You'd need like... You'd need something to be able to play everything. If you had a laptop...
Brandon says, strap a GoPro to your chest, point it at the Switch in portable mode, and play while walking.
That's the fastest, easiest way.
Yeah. With the least amount of equipment.
That's the fastest, easiest way. It would look bad, but would it work? I mean, I guess so. I was thinking if you had a laptop that's already fully charged, your, capture device runs off of laptop power, but you'd have to power your game console. And, like, you can power the Switch with, like, a battery bank, but if you are trying to record it in a dock, I don't think the dock can run off of a battery bank. No, I guess it could. The plug that goes into it's still USB-C.
Yeah.
Okay, so actually it wouldn't be that much equipment. It would still be ridiculous, but could you do it? I mean, yeah, I guess you could do it. That's another walk, that's weight training. Satchi says, don't make me try this. I mean, like... It's not impossible. But also, if you weren't trying to record something, then you wouldn't need the dock. Of course, wait, if you didn't record something, then you don't need the laptop, you just have a Switch. That's called just having a Switch. Never mind. Moving on. 300 bits from Mimic Man. Wanted to say thank you for all the content I've been watching since Assassin's Creed. Also, have you ever considered playing Dark Souls on the channel in some way? Yes. Yes. It's on my list of solo stream considerations. At some point, fingers crossed it'll be this year, I want to start doing some solo streams. And Dark Souls is on that list, along with a plethora of other games. But I'm looking forward to it. I did the first 20. And I did alright. Brandon's got the link for the first 20. It's I think it's like an hour long. And I remember the comments said I did pretty good. And yeah, Loco Roco. So Mr. Gameboy says solo streams to play the whole game or just more of it? Whole games. Basically games that I don't plan on covering with Mal, but that I still want to cover. For example, Loco Roco, because we tried to cover it together and Mal was immediately like, I'm gonna puke. So, would Mal ever do solo streams? Probably not. If at some point in the future it made sense for Mal to do art-related stuff as a stream, I mean, that's possible. But as far as you, like, doing a solo gaming stream, I don't think that would ever happen. You've got other stuff to do.
Yeah.
Like paint.
Mario Paint.
Mario Paint is so good.
What's up, Kippy?
Now I kind of want to do a Mario Paint stream. 4 months from Shane Savage. Just a lurker unlurking. Bye now. Bye, Shane. Thanks for being here. 300 bits from Ziasarn. Selamat Pagi. Good morning. Here's my first Indonesian trivia. There's a group of islands north of Java called Pulau Seribu, which hilariously translate to one of my favorite salad dressings, the Thousand Island. Or Seribu means 1,000, and Pulau means island. I too enjoy Thousand Island. Is there an island called Blue Cheese? Probably not. I like blue cheese. Also, we haven't had a salad in a while.
It's because lettuce goes bad so fast. If we get lettuce, we have to have it, like, in the next 2 days.
It's true. 12 months!
And we only go shopping every 3 weeks.
Okay.
Anyway.
You can buy lettuce. You just have to eat it at the beginning.
I know.
Even though we're only going for shopping every 3 weeks, like, just eat it at the first part.
I know, and we can do that. It's just, we're only going shopping every 3 weeks, so we would be having a salad every 3 weeks. Like, Brussels sprouts last 2 weeks.
We need to eat Brussels sprouts for lunch. Where was I? 12 months! From GoldenMage162. 12 months. A whole year of coffee, toast, eggs, songs, cats, weird things, Steven says, mac and cheese, so many Peggies, 36 now, China, Japan, even more weird things, Steven says, mold, Chaz Labs, actual milk bombs, Super Mario RPG, and sea lion facts. Thank you. That was a good rundown of, like, things that have happened in the last year.
Yeah.
I'm also reminded of the fact that Dan has finished up Moments.
Yeah.
I need to watch them. I just released Mail, the April Mail, so that's out. Is it May Mail or April? April Mail. I need to work on the Moments. I need to review them. I'm going to get that out before June. Like hell or high water, I'm going to do that before June.
Ends?
Yeah, before June ends. I did pretty good with the Indonesian words. Oh, that's good. Usually I do not good with foreign words. But I tried. Purple Poya says 2019 Moments, please. Yeah, well, it's coming. It's coming. I have 1 week. I have it, so I just need to review it and make sure there's nothing I need to change. But I will do my best to get it out before the end of June. And yeah, a week's a long time. 300 bits from Danny. With all the gaming news this week, as someone who grew up playing the original and also I speedrun it, I'm very excited to play SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated today. Also super excited for Crash 4. Oh yeah, that comes out today. I've not played the original, so I'm not sure what to expect. I should check my emails and see if there's a dev key in there for the game, because I wouldn't mind trying it on First 20. I'm fairly familiar with SpongeBob because I watched it whenever it was on air. I mean, I guess it's still on air. I watched it when it first came on, so I know the characters and stuff. I'll have to check. See who I need to reach out to and be like, I want to play this game.
Chaz said before the break of June.
Before the break of June is when I plan on
releasing that.
We need to watch it, though.
I know.
It's so long.
I know.
It's really long. And, like, Dan did a good job.
I know.
But it's still really long, so I have to actually find the time to...
You can do that after breakfast stream.
Yeah. 300 bits from Grand Inspector. It's annoying when you're someone who has little to nothing to say except good morning.
That's okay. Good morning.
That's still okay. Wishing someone a good morning is something that you can do an infinite number of times. It's a good phrase to read. So I don't think that that's a bad thing.
Who's that kid?
People get lots of good mornings on breakfast stream. 100 bits from level 44 Ender Shaman. Appreciate it. 500 from Moselle with a knee. I'm sorry, Mal. Steven, I have a camera question. Yes! I need to take a picture for my dad's eBay page, but this is more than baseball cards this time, but a comic. To simplify everything, it's a 4-year-old phone and has up to 4160 by 3120 for the camera. I'm afraid it'll look blurry no matter what I do and even focus. Any tips to make it look better? So
it's a phone they're using for the camera.
So you're using a phone and trying to take photos of a comic?
Yes.
I mean...
Lights
Lights is your... So you just... I mean, if you're doing it for eBay, the good news is like...
They have a size limit.
Well, I was also going to say, you're taking a product shot, so you're just trying to make sure that it's viewable, so it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, you just want to try and make sure that when you take the photo that you're not casting a shadow on it, and you want adequate light. If you can get, like, the best light that you have access to is... The camera is a 13 megapixel rear-facing autofocus camera. Yeah, so like the best light that you and everyone else has access to is the sun. So maybe taking the photo, it doesn't necessarily have to be outside, but like with the light coming in from a window. All cameras look better with more light. So if you are taking a picture with sunlight, that's going to give your camera almost certainly the best chance of looking good. As for focusing, I mean, there's always like a minimal focal distance, but as long as you're reasonably far away from it, it should be fine. It should be fine. I wouldn't sweat it too much. Try and take it like near a window so you have natural light coming in to give you a lot of light, and then just be careful not to cast a shadow or a glare, and I think you'd be fine. That's my recommendations. Also, everyone, the sun is a great source of light.
We went outside yesterday because we had to spray for bugs, and...
Carlos, throw it into Lightroom and turn that texture slider all the way up. Unsharp mask. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Okay. Clarity slider to the top. Have you even seen real estate photography?
Saturation 100%. The grass is so green it looks like it's toxic.
There's so much toxic grass in real estate photography. It's wild. There are any bits of Item Crafting Live. This mobile streaming setup idea is leading me to think we should get Jared one of those Mary Poppins style one-man band rigs.
Did you flip around? There you go.
I would like to see it. Let me know when we can see that. That would be pretty great.
Sassy says, I had a mild barf hearing. Saturation 100%. And Andrew says, I feel like I've been called out. No, Andrew, yours are fine. I mean, like, so saturated, you're like, that's not real.
If I can't...
And I see it most in real estate listings and, people who tweet at our weatherman sometimes post pictures of the beach, and it's like...
It doesn't look real.
It's not real.
Danny with the 5 tier 1 sub. Danny, thank you. Or should I say thank you? It's on brand. Carlos says, if I can't see your individual hairs in the photo, there's not enough texture. That is certainly a take on photography.
Brandon says, this is my lawn. It looks like a mini golf course. It's worse than that sometimes, Brandon.
I remember our next door neighbor was selling their place, and I looked out the window, and I saw the person taking the photos, and I was like, oh, they're putting their house up for sale. They must be doing some real estate photography. And then we looked it up later, and like it's neon.
Yeah.
It looks insane.
Yeah.
It doesn't even look real. And I'm like,
that's not how it looked on that day because we saw them take it.
Well, that's not how anything looks anywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm really trying to stress to people, it looked worse than you think. It looked worse than you think. So, what kind of camera did you use? It has nothing to do with the camera. A camera by default is not taking photos that look like this. It's people get it into Photoshop or Lightroom, and then in their heads
it'll look better with more color. Yeah. Is this Mario green? That's the problem. That's totally right, Satsy.
It's just...
And the sky is, like, impossibly blue, like...
listen, there's nothing wrong with a little saturation.
Yeah, a little.
Especially because like a lot of the flagship phones today, probably more on the Android side because I've looked at the Android and the iPhone photos together, tend to just naturally oversaturate things. But it's done to a point because that's what people like. But it still stops short of being neon green lawns.
Yeah.
But yeah, people like the saturated look, and like even the vlogs are saturated.
Yeah, but they're realistically saturated.
For the most part.
Yeah.
For the most part, I dial things up a little bit when we're on vacation if it's more vivid for how I remember it. But in the day-to-day, yeah, it's not quite like neon lawns. Anyway, let's have a science fact. 300 bits from Noah, who says science time. The mitochondria, powerhouse of the cell, has its own DNA and replicates independently from the cells they are in. It is hypothesized that the mitochondria was its own organism that formed a symbiotic relationship with a cell that tried to engulf it.
Wasn't that just on a
Kurzgesagt?
Yeah, video? Or was that a different thing we watched? I remember learning about the mitochondria in middle school, but like, we just watched a video on it, and it was like, oh yeah, forgot these facts. McMahon says, yeah, it is.
Also, going back to color, I will say, I should gotta get this off my chest because it's bothered me for a long time. I would rather see something, I mean, not neon green, but something that's slightly oversaturated. I would rather see that than something that has been desaturated. It's my personal preference, because there's a really bizarre thing, a really bizarre trend, especially in filmmaking, where people are basically shooting flat and then leaving it alone. And that's like the look.
I saw a post online somewhere that was like a picture of a street, and then it was like different color profiles on the same still.
Okay.
And it was like American filmmaking, like, oh, Paris, and it was like tinted something, and it was like that, and it was like, oh, like South America, and it was tinted something else. So it was trying to like give that look with different color profiles to the same street.
Mm-hmm.
It was interesting because like that's just this visual language that's been reinforced since filmmaking and stuff started, like with color.
Carlos, yes, exactly. My aesthetic is log. Yeah, like I don't know. It bothers me a lot, and anytime I see it, I'm just like, just grade it. Just grade it. Are there times where maybe it would be most appropriate to have something that's very flat? I mean, maybe. But as often as I see it, no. No. It's like people shot in log and they were afraid to do anything to it, or they didn't know how, so they just didn't do anything. Like at that point, just throw a LUT on it. Just do anything to make it look other than gray. I had to get that off my chest for the 5 people that care. Now that I have that out of there, I'm good. Like I said, for the 5 people that know what I'm talking about and care, I'm glad that I got that off my chest. 300 bits from Danny, who says an infinite number of times.
Yes.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you, Danny.
Chess said, I should add a real-time monitor on viewers lost during camera talk.
And the longer the talk goes on, like the number just keeps dialing up. I care, Stephen. Camera mental health is important. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you. There are many times where tiny little things that bother no one else bother me a lot. And Chaz and Mao have to remind me that
no one else can tell.
I'm like, but what about this? And no one can tell. And I'm like, okay. In before Jeff Jones. Anyway, 300 bits from Danny says, I figured I should stop before I go for infinity. It would be hard to say good morning for infinite times. Because at some point you gotta, like, stop and eat. 7 months from Solilium. Currently in the final stretch of finishing a painting, but I haven't actually touched it in days. Touch it today. This is your motivation. Do it. Especially if you're in the final stretch. Mal's currently working on...
Oh, you're gonna fall off my lap.
Currently working on... You're not in the final stretch. You're in, like, the middle stretch.
Yeah.
You have a lot of the background done.
Yeah.
You're getting ready to work on...
Yeah.
And you're doing something new, which is exciting.
I am, yes. I've seen... Brandon asked if it was on the bookshelf in the video, and I've seen comments on that vlog where people are like, oh, it's on the bookshelf behind Stephen. It's not.
That's not what they're talking about.
What?
They're talking about you can see the television in the reflection of the glass.
Oh, I thought they were saying like the game case.
No. There's been people trying to figure out what the game is based on the reflection. So. I'll touch today. You said you'd touch yesterday. I'll touch now. You'll touch now. I'm not going to spend the entire breakfast room talking about Sears again. We did that once.
Oh, kitty cat.
But I appreciate that reference. Anyway, we've actually given far more hints on this painting than we normally do.
Yeah.
Over the course of several vlogs. So, but also, like, Mal's patrons just know what it is because she just has given them information regarding it.
Yeah, I posted a picture last night.
Have you beaten the whole game yet?
No.
You're probably gonna beat it today.
Mm-hmm.
It's a short game. There's another hint. Look at that, throwing them out. 300 bits from Casadicia. Oh, my good news to share. I got a new office chair because there is no end in sight for work from home, and my button back was hurting by the end of the day. Bad news. The height adjustment doesn't work right, so we've had to order a cylinder from the company to get it fixed. Oh well, it's still comfortable other than that. Well, that's good. And yeah, let this be a reminder for anyone else that's stuck in the same position where you've been working at home. Having a good chair is important. Very, very important. So don't skimp on a chair. Don't be like, I can just use a kitchen chair. You can't. You can't. Brandon says, how's Fancy Mesh doing for you? It's been good. My problem has been that my monitors are too low, and I have not taken the time to raise them because in my head I'm like, I'll probably get like a new computer at some point. But don't do as I say. Or don't do as I do as I say. If that's you, just lift your monitors up. There's a lot of things where I'm like, I should do this, and I just don't do them. So, lift up your monitors. Armor Frog says, raise them. I know, but then I gotta find like a book. I'm gonna have to find a book somewhere. And
can't you just order like ancient textbooks for like?
If I'm gonna order something, I would order like a.
Don't you have textbooks at your parents' house?
I would order one of those. What's the mount on the back of the thing? V-mount?
Yeah, I think so.
Something that then I would just attach to the desk and I could move it anywhere I want. Mm-hmm. I would just do that. Mm-hmm. But I haven't done that. Anyway, Visa. That's the word I'm looking for. Visa. Thank you.
Satsy says, Mal, do you still use the iPad coil thing? I do. I have it clamped to my easel. I have Stephen borrow. Also,
Moselle with an East said, didn't you just get several books from a package? Yes, actually.
Goodbye.
Yes, we did.
Aren't they right here? Yeah.
You know what? Knowing that, I think I actually will raise up my monitor. I think I will do it. There are books just sitting here. I mean, this only gives me an inch, and I need like 6 inches, but... Yeah, okay. I will do that. I will do that. Anyway, the point is, chairs are important. If you're going to be sitting and working at home for an extended period of time, get yourself a nice chair. Recommended. 10 months from Master Sword 97. Put a clever message here. I like it. Danny with 5 subs to CityCat 900, Omega Sam 7890, Fuzz Light Beer 26, Tyler Fire, and the Rookie Trainer. Danny, I appreciate it. And then also a 4-month resub from Just NTB. Thank you, Just NTB. Got through alerts. I got through alerts and I got through my sandwich and my coffee.
Wow.
I got through all the things.
Wow.
Did.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna raise my thing up today. I'll do it. Knowing that there's a book available quickly and easily, I don't know how stable it'll be, but it's probably fine.
As long as you don't bump it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll have to move it when I do First 20 or Morning Mario, because the camera is not the same thing. But I could... There's probably ways to make it work. Probably. 500 bits. From Armored Frog says, hey Steven, that Jobs book is obviously not doing anything for you right now. It's particularly funny coming from Joel. It probably actually would be a good book to lift up the monitor. Yeah, I should. Yeah, I should. I should use that. The only problem is I'll have to turn it so I can't see the spine. Otherwise, every time I use my computer, I'll just see the book, and I'll think of a judgy look from Thomas specifically, who will just stare at me and think, "You don't read books." But then, how will you hold your phone charger on the nightstand? I finally stopped doing that. I finally stopped doing that. It was important before we had this bed. Because this bed doesn't have the... I can just get to stuff on the side.
Yeah.
On the other bed, it would disappear forever. But now it doesn't do that, which is good.
Our old bed had like a flat thing on the sides.
Yeah, you couldn't get to the stuff as easily.
This is just mattress.
Yeah. You can use my chem textbook. You would probably get more use out of it than I ever did. A $200 stand. Man, 5 of those and you'd have an Apple stand.
Brandon said still cheaper than the Apple stand.
On the same wavelength. I like Apple. I like their products. It's why I use them. But I'm very aware. Oh, God. When I think of things I need, I'll tell you what I find. There's one thing that comes from a truly dirty mind. If I was thinking of things that I need to fix, I think, how many inches more do I need? I guess I need 6. I need 6 more inches in my monitor to be lifted up. 5,000 bits from Danny X6, who says, sing about how you need 6 inches. Hashtag family-friendly song idea from Elena123.
So basically, your
6.9 out of 10.
Is your chair is adjusted for how big you are. Because you have super long legs and a super long torso.
Yep.
Because you're 6.5 feet tall.
Correct.
So, like, if you lower your chair, then your knees are up in the air. So it has to be right for your legs. And then your desk is not adjustable. And then the monitor's only so tall, so your head is way above where your monitor is. So the monitor needs to come up. Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing, though.
It's perfect for me.
Yeah, and I've learned this from having had this chair for a few months now. The chair could be taller.
I think the...
Mal thinks that the chair has a problem.
Yeah, I think you need to replace the cylinder. Not the cylinder, the gas.
Yeah.
And that wouldn't be that hard. They sell that.
Yeah, because the chair could afford to be a little bit taller, and it's as high as it goes right now. So, that's a thing. Now, if I raised the chair up, if it was possible...
pull up a tab so I can look later.
If it was possible to do that, the desk needs to be taller, and the desk can't be taller. And could I get a completely new desk? I mean, I could, but it'd be easier to get, like, risers or something, and put the desk on risers.
And someday we will move, and you will probably have an adjustable desk.
Maybe. I don't know. Now, Alex Alex has got 2 monitors at his desk, and he has them on a. It connects to the desk, and it has the VESA mount for 2 monitors, and they can move anywhere you need. And like, does that make sense? Yeah, that's probably what I should do.
I really like Alex's desk. He got a big butcher block, I think, and then put it on something.
Yeah. The problem with doing the VESA mount idea for my desk specifically is that, like, my monitors move. Like, yeah. I move them out of there.
Yeah.
Because I use monitors for the stream, and we need more monitors. Everyone who's been watching for a while knows that, because there was a rallying cry for Mal to get a new monitor. I'm aware of that, but I don't want to get monitors until I'm getting something, you know, nice that would more permanently stay over there. And then the other thing is, currently my computer is a MacBook.
Yeah.
So that can't be on a VESA mount. There actually might be a VESA mount for laptops, but that would be weird. That'd be really weird.
But someday we will move. I am hoping it is in the not too far off future.
I mean, it's not going to be soon.
Oh, I know. We don't...
It's not going to be, like, terribly soon. As Brandon says, guys, she doesn't even want one right now. I mean...
I don't.
At some point, I will get
coffee.
I will get a computer and a different monitor. Then I will have an excess monitor, and you can have that monitor. Right now, the monitor's in Mal's office because she needed it for Valorant.
Yeah.
I moved it down there so she could record Valorant and get her display. I was also reminded of the fact that we did put a new GPU in your computer at some point.
We did, yeah.
Because I couldn't remember. I was like, crap, can you run Valorant? But you can run GTA 5, so yeah. I guess I should have known. 300 bits from Furious Kitty. Done staining the shelf. That's the word. I stained it. Thanks for entertaining me during this tedious task.
Staining is even more fun than painting.
Unless it's your shirt. Then it, yeah. Awush says, ooh, what GPU? Well, it's like a 760 Ti. Were they doing Ti back then? I think it's like a 760 or something.
I don't remember, but at the time you were like...
It had...
Jeff, what can I get in this computer that will make it work better?
It had a GTX 9800 Plus in it for a long time. Every other part in that computer is still original from 2009. But the GPU is a 760 Ti now.
The power supply was changed.
Oh yeah, well those die.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an old computer, so like Mal will need a new Windows computer at some point, but we haven't
use it.
Well, that's the problem. We haven't needed to do a lot of Windows stuff, so because the need hasn't been there.
Yeah.
We haven't dealt with it.
Yeah.
Does that mean she cannot install Big Sur? Then I read that NVIDIA powered Macs will not be supported.
We're talking about
the Windows computer. Yeah. Mal has a late 2015 maxed out iMac, 27-inch.
And that's what I use for editing and
that computer is still better than my MacBook Pro.
Yeah.
It's still running an old i7-920. Yes. Yes, that computer. God.
Yeah, my Windows is super old.
Oh my God, I forgot that's what I had in it. We did get a discount on that iMac. That's right. Because they messed it up twice. And they felt bad, which, I mean, I guess they should. But at least they were kind and quick about it.
Yeah.
Apple has one of the highest ratings in customer satisfaction and support. And I mean, it probably plays into it a bit. Where I'm like, computer not work. And they're like, we are sorry. And then like 2 days later, there's a new computer. And I'm like, computers still don't work? With a new problem? And they're like, that's weird. But then it all got fixed.
Yeah.
All got fixed. Yeah, I don't know if you can change the GPU on an iMac. I mean, I guess you could technically do anything, but wouldn't do it. Raging Gymnast says, I hate how easy Apple products break. See, we haven't had any problems other than that.
Yeah. We have trouble with our phones, but our phones are very old.
Well, the problems that we have with our phones are related to the battery being 5 years old.
Well, mine sometimes needs to be restarted.
You have software issues with
Yeah.
your Photos app.
Photos. Mm-hmm.
My phone's older than yours, and I've never had that problem.
Camera app.
Yeah, camera app.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing that you've been able to change in an iMac for the last few years is memory, and that's it. So, let's see. Where was I? Oh, 300 bits from Nixelpad says, so I'm carrying my new tablet laptop around as I make myself first meal, and I heard a song coming up. I was about to share it with my family, and then I saw what the topic was. Thankfully, I'm wearing headphones. Hey, listen to this song. It's about 6. No, you never mind. Never mind. We'll just pass. Does Mal take more photos? I mean,
yeah.
She does. She definitely does. But for the most part, I've been pretty happy with our experiences with Apple as a company.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had too many problems. The iMac was weird.
But it got fixed, and we haven't had problems since.
Yeah. Which was nice, and they knocked off a few $100s from the purchase price, which is really nice too. Trying to think if there's any other problems I've had, but
Carly had trouble when she first got an iPod Nano. Like the first Nano that came out. Hers had trouble, but mine didn't. But it got fixed.
Oh, Mex says more people with the iPhone 7 series had the camera issue. Well, that's what you have.
Yeah.
My 6S Plus has been great. Like, I can't believe that it's still, you know... The battery's bad. The battery is not good anymore. But, especially this year, for, like, the final year of its life, I'm home all the time. It's actually great. Like,
we're stuck at home and not traveling.
It just stays on the charger most of the time, so... I'm happy about that. Will this be the year that I get a new phone? I mean, yeah, it has to be, because it just... When the phone is at 80% and you like look at Twitter for 5 minutes and it's at 27%, like that's... Then you're like, okay, yeah, not good anymore. This is not a good. It's not a good problem. So yeah, I'm gonna get a phone this year at some point. But I guess I can just keep waiting and see what happens in September, because they're gonna be announcing new stuff then. 20 months from Sephiroth. Hey Sephiroth, my toast is no longer a teen. Toast grows up so fast.
Mm-hmm.
The bread becomes harder? How do you signify that bread is older?
Stale.
So harder.
Or moldy, depending on like what kind of bread, I guess.
Yeah.
Because if it's like a bowl of sourdough, it just gets harder. But if it's like sliced bread in a bag, it tends to get moldier faster.
Yeah, that makes sense. Trying to think. Things to announce. Stale! Sab. Stale. It gets stale. Listen, I sang a 6-inch song. It's fine. You will have a painting out Saturday?
I mean, I really hope so. I don't see why I wouldn't with how far I am.
You have 4 days.
Oh, I know.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You have 3 days.
Yeah.
I mean, today you have today also. So yeah, you have 4 days.
Yeah. And I'm gonna work hard. It's just...
It's not that I don't believe in you. It's not that I don't believe in you, but I don't know.
The stuff I have left to do is stuff I'm good at.
Coffee.
You know, let's hope. We'll see. Otherwise, there's a vlog scheduled today for 3 and Shulk.
Thanks, Sassy.
On Smash. It's not that I don't believe in you, but I don't believe in you. Thank you.
Exactly.
Exactly. That's it. That's what I was trying to get at. I don't believe... It's not that I don't believe in you. It's that I don't believe at you. Danny with 300 bits. I'm pretty sure I already made you sing a song about getting harder as you get older. Probably. No context for any of this. Which is exactly how I like it. Anything else? I don't think so.
We got a breakfast stream on Thursday.
Yeah, I know people want to know what game we're playing Friday, but I'm not ready to explain that because I haven't quite decided yet.
Okay.
And there's some setup involved, even if I start a new game entirely. It's not going to be Mythmaker Orbs of Doom.
Are you sure?
I'm 1000% sure. It will definitely not be that. If people really want to see what Orbs of Doom is about, they can donate during Extra Life. And we can play that. Otherwise. Okay. We're done.
We're done.
It's over now. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you Thursday, and in the meantime, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and sit down, make the time, and check out fan favorites and get that ready to release.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh darn it! And see if I can't get that out soon.
Yeah.
It's so long, and it's really hard mentally to tell myself, like, I'm going to take the time necessary to do this. But I should. Alright. Mouse and tears. Have a great day. We will see you all on Thursday.
For more.
For more.
Breakfast stream.
That's what it's called. Yes, breakfast stream.
You're taking your job. Slowly. Every day, just doing a little bit more.
Bless you now.